In the diaspora series continued. And yes, hello smart world, welcome smart professionals. I am Leslie Grace and I'm the founder of the Smart Speakers Academy. Call me the confidence coach that is committed to helping business professionals master 3 allied skills: smart reading, smart thinking, and smart speaking. And for weeks now, we've been talking about confidence in the diaspora. It's a big deal. It's a huge conversation. It's something we have been on for a while now, and today we're continuing. We want to show up today with a very interesting topic. And today we want to talk about the inner child of the diaspora professional. Dear professional in the diaspora, let us go back and let's have a conversation with the inner child of you, your inner child, that child that is inside you. Now, I'm going into these conversations because I've seen that too many professionals are battling internal silence, even though they are in high-performing spaces. So we had to have those conversations because you have attained the high-performing spaces. You are going further in high-stake professional life, but there is just this battle. There's just this inner silence. And it's a huge battle, especially because you have to battle this alone in the diaspora. So that's what we're going to talk about today. The inner child of the diaspora professional. We want to expose the hidden scripts playing in the minds of diaspora professionals, especially those who are high achieving but self-doubting. This is so that they can begin the reparenting journey through what we call mind feedings. That's what we call it. Mind feedings. Confidence in your own mind. And we want to help you build mental clarity, confidence, and emotional freedom. Freedom to express yourself in your own confidence, in your own skin. Freedom to be yourself and express you the way you are supposed to do. And so, this conversation is that conversation that you want to actually go and invite every professional that you know that is in the diaspora. Let's get healing for your inner child. Let's give a voice to your inner child. Let's give salvation. Salvation from fear to your inner child. Have you tagged somebody today? Have you tagged somebody today? Have you let somebody know that this conversation has begun? You do not need to stay in that place of silence. You do not need to stay in that place of, what do I do? My life is moving on autopilot. My professional life is moving well, but there's just this battle in me. There's just this fear in me that I am dealing with. Most times, professionals don't even know that this battle has to do with their inner child. So today we want to give you voice and strategy for reparenting that inner child in you, and most importantly, to help you find yourself again. So, are we ready for this conversation? Are we ready? Have you tagged the professional that this conversation is on and has begun already? Are we ready? All right. Okay, let's go. How do I reparent the inner child in me? Using mind feedings. Mind feedings is what you need to do this. All right, let's go. Now, some wounds don't show up on LinkedIn. Dear smart professional, some of the wounds you are facing do not show up on LinkedIn, but they echo in your voice. They show up in your confidence. And interestingly, they are evident in your silence. The moment you choose to be silent, most times you do not know that we can see, we can tell, we can hear that this silence you are choosing is actually from a place of your inner child that has been put in a place of silence. Okay? Now, today we're not talking resumes. Your resume is intact. I mean, it's part of the reason why you are in that high-stake position, right? Your CV is CVing. But today we're talking residue. We're not talking about resumes, we're talking about residue. The childhood the cultural and emotional residue that still speaks in your mind. Hello, everybody. Yes, today we have Chris Dozie as the first person to join us today. Hello, Chris. Hello, everyone. Let's get into this conversation. There's a lot to unpack. You want to have this session with your writing material. You want to be here and be here. Let's talk about emotional residue. And I'm going to be bringing you science, statistics, facts, right? Okay. Now, let's look at the residue, the childhood, cultural, emotional residue that still speaks in your mind. Especially when you are trying to speak up, when you are trying to stand out, when you are trying to lead with boldness. You know, we had a very interesting conversation on Saturday on our Smart Speaking Symposium. We still talked about confidence in the diaspora series. And we had a coach based in the UK who is a confidence coach for diaspora kids. Okay, her name is Coach Jennifer. And Coach Jennifer shed more light on this residue. And that's why it's part of the reason we're saying, okay, yeah, today let's actually unpack the childhood residue of the professional in the diaspora and how it's robbing him or her or all of them of their actual confidence in the diaspora. And Jennifer said something really powerful. She said when they relocated to the UK, her child, who was a star, a leader back home, got abroad and got lost. Thank goodness she is a confidence coach. She was able to help. So she's a confidence coach for children. She was able to help her child out of that place as fast as possible. But she could relate to the fact that even children suffer this thing. And she says if her child, who was 5 at the time, could suffer the fog, the fear, the freeze just because they jappered, how about a professional? This same backlog, this same freeze and fear, high over best, can also hold a professional down. It can also play with a professional's mind again. And that inner child, if it's not healed, if that residue is there, it can make a huge dent on your confidence, regardless of what your resume is saying. Hello, Francisca. So you're welcome to this conversation, all right? You are trying to speak up, you're trying to stand out, you're trying to lead in boldness, but it seems that there's this emotional residue that's rubbing off. And trust me, I am Leslie Grace, the confidence coach for you. The confidence coach that you need that can help you master smart reading, smart thinking, smart speaking. But yes, today we are going deeper to the root of why your voice feels like it's stuck even when your visa isn't. All right? I want to show you 5 subconscious truths that are keeping you small in the diaspora. So you know a professional in diaspora, right? Tag them to this post. Send them this link already. I want to show you 5 professional truths, 5 truths, subconscious truths keeping you small. You may have high performance on the outside, but you're still hearing old scripts on the inside that are telling you that you're not fit to speak up in this meeting, that are telling you that you shouldn't be saying any word in this meeting. Here are 5 truths holding you bound. Number 1, don't be too much. Especially if as a child you grew up hearing this. Don't be too much. You too do, like we say in Nigerian Palace. Your own is just too much. Something in you, childhood shame around you being loud, expressive, or excellent has kept you silent. Now you minimize yourself in meetings, even when you know the answer. And because the diaspora is a completely unfamiliar environment, you see that childhood wound, it followed you there. It followed you there. So you look at a child and you say things like, this child, your own is just too much, it's too much, it's too much. That shaming is affecting that child's confidence. So even as a professional now in your 40s, you're in the diaspora, each time you want to speak up in a meeting, something still tells you are too much, it's too they do. My Nigerians, my African professional diaspora can relate, absolutely right. It still tells you. It still tells you that. Some of you even have friends or colleagues that say this to you. Why do you have to speak up in that meeting? Your own is just too much. That is a subconscious truth that is capable of robbing you of your confidence in the diaspora. Number 2, you have to earn your space. Now, especially if you grew up with what we call performance identity. So your parents consider that you are worth certain things when you perform certain way. So you only feel worthy when you are over-delivering. Never resting. Never thinking of taking a break. You just hustle for approval from invisible authority figures. Because it's invisible now because you're in the diaspora, you're an adult now. But as a child, there was this performance identity that you carried. It's not an identity rooted in who you are, accepting who you are. It's an identity rooted in performance. So now, even as an adult, all you are doing is you are trying to earn a space. The problem with having such a mentality is that it can keep you stuck for years. Because even when you perform today, something in you tells you have to perform higher. Otherwise, this space is not fit for you. Performance identity. It's a false identity. It's a damaging identity. Number 3, another subconscious truth holding you bound is that they might find out I'm not that smart. So something makes you feel that you are not smart enough. So even when you are in a space, you are looking for a way to outdo. There's just this fear of let me not do, or let me overdo, or let me just be silent, let me not say anything before they will find out I'm not that smart. Who told you are not that smart? You told yourself that. Fear told you that. Now, imposter syndrome rooted in early invalidation or being compared at home can be the reason for this. You grew up being compared at home. Imposter syndrome is playing a hard game on you. You grew up being invalidated as a child. So now you second guess even after winning awards. It took you years. Hypercetamol. It took you years before you got to the point where you were given that visa. Now you got the visa. Now you are abroad. But because you grew up in a system as a child that had imposter syndrome rooted in, you grew up as a child without validation. Or you were being compared at home. Now you are abroad, you keep second guessing yourself. Even with awards you have won. You still feel like you are not enough. You still feel that you can't do anything. This truth is in your subconscious, interestingly. That's why I said, if there's one thing I want to help the professional in the diaspora come out of, is from the childhood wound. The inner child has to be healed because you are in a different environment. Yes, you need to heal your inner child as a normal professional adult. But for you in the diaspora, the results of these wounds are deeper. They are more. They are louder. Number 4, you are too emotional. Often, you've heard this as a child. Why are you crying too much? You do everything you want to cry. Now you suppress your emotion as a professional. And you call it maturity, but it's fear. You know that you should cry out. You are being underpaid. Your colleagues are paid higher than you are. And you're all doing the same thing. But you can't speak up. Because as a child, they told you are too emotional. So now it has grown into full-blown fear. And you think it's maturity. No, it's not maturity. It's fear. It's coming from that voice that was always told, keep quiet. You are too emotional as a child. Number 5, you say things like, if I speak, I'll be misunderstood or judged. This happens a lot to professionals who grow up in silence or criticism. So if you have team members, you will notice some people in your team that most times don't want to talk. They say, if I say anything now, they will judge me. If I say anything, I will be misunderstood. Why would you not talk? The thing is that growing up, you grew up in silence, you grew up in criticism. Now your voice trembles when it should triumph. What I want you to do for me today, dear professional, is invite a journaling moment for you today. Which one of these 5 sounds like your inner child? Which one of these 5 sounds like your inner child? Is it the sound of you are too emotional? Is it the sound of you are too much? Is it the sound of no, don't be too much? Is it the sound of you have to earn this space? So you are overperforming. What you have carried all through your life is a performance identity. Is it the sound of they might find out you are not that smart, so you better just be hiding. Before you go and show off, they give you something, you won't even perform. You know you're not that good after all. Because that's what you heard as a child. Is it the sound of if you speak, you'll be misunderstood or judged? Which one is for you? Drop it in the comment section if you don't mind sharing publicly so that we can walk through it. But I want you to identify which of them is the challenge for you. How do you reparent your mind? I made a guide for you. It's called Mindfidence. Listen, every single success you make in life is tied to your mind. Success is a mind game. Please put in the comment section. Success is a mind game. Money making is a mind game. Multitude making is a mind game. Everything that has to do with impact on this earth begins with the mind. So, what do we do when the child in us is still holding the mic in your adult life? That child in you is holding the mic. It took the mic and followed you to Germany. It followed you to the nation where you find yourself now. There's something you need to do to that child. Because it's the one that's holding the microphone and speaking the loudest in your adult situations now. We need to reparent your mind. I had to create Mindfidence because I discovered with the professionals I work with that are in the diaspora, I have found out that for most of them, their mind is the greatest trickster. And of course, whatever thoughts that you have, so thoughts are things, right? They're not independent. They're always coming from something. So for instance, if you've had the subconscious thought of, I'm not that smart, let me not come out. So you know this thing very well. You're meant to have started as a coach on this your particular field. You've been on it for over 10 years. But something tells you don't come out. If you come out, you know you're not that smart. When they ask you one question, you can't respond. You are gone. So the moment you hear that voice once, twice, 3 times, with all the trainings you've gotten to be a coach, you just hide. And of course, when there's hiding, there's lack of confidence. Trust me, I'm the confidence coach. Anytime you're hiding, you are hesitating, you are hyper emotional, you are hypersensitive. You see all of this H I'm giving you for free? They are loud signs of lack of confidence. They are loud signs that you need confidence urgently. You need confidence coaching urgently. But what I'm saying is that they come from thoughts. There's a thought in your head. There's a microphone in the hand of your inner child that keeps speaking. The last time you tried to carry your dad's... So I remember a client. I remember a client that lost his... So when we're on a conversation, a professional, and he said, I lost my confidence the moment I was trying to carry my dad's expensive, those special dishes that would make for the daddy of the house. And he was about carrying it to go serve the dad, and he broke. And what the dad said was, it should have been better you fell down than for my plate to be broken. Because I don't even know what you're doing. It's simple to carry plates, you cannot, now you've broken it. It should have been better you broke. And it sank in his head that is worse than a broken plate. The thing about these things is, I mean, the dad still sent him to school. He still got good grades. He went abroad, did his master's. After he did his master's abroad, now he's working. Good grades, right? Resume. But just the way his resume is full, that is how his emotional residues are full. So as much as your resume is important in the diaspora or in your life as a professional, your residue will still determine how far you will go. Because that's what tells the kind of confidence you will have or not. If it will be there or not. So he was having this residue, emotional residue, that was messing up with his mind because that inner child still had the microphone that was still telling him that, you know what? You are worse than a broken plate. You are worse than a broken dish. Why did you? Something still tells him he's broken. He's worse than a broken dish. So even with the rich resume, there is this residue. And you know, with the diaspora, they will add to the residue you're dealing with. So Jennifer was sharing on Saturday, and Coach Jennifer says that it got to a point that she's a child. So because the confidence coach for children in the diaspora said, a child was told, you look like burnt toast. Hi, Chico team. That the child was told, you look like burnt toast. You know the problem? You see those words that are in that child? They will grow up with an inner child unhealed. And the thing about your inner child and the dent made on your inner child is that they always carry microphones that will be speaking and retelling words to you. So now you are a professional, you are carrying this residue. In spite of a rich resume, there is also a rich residue from emotional, mental, psychological, all of it that happened in your past. You are now in a place where they still say words that sound like that, your residue. Oh, this is the reason I'm saying the confidence in the diaspora is a different conversation. Now you're dealing with your inner child. You get there and you hear something like you look like burnt toast. You get there and you hear something like Africans are nothing but thieves. And you were a child who you picked up something with your dad at age 5 from your dad, and then your dad says, I just hope that you end up as a thief. Now, the inner child is there. Dealing with the diaspora is there. That environment, the way it's wired, would bring up a larger content of your residue, regardless of what your resume is saying. This is why the kind of confidence you need for the diaspora is diaspofidence. You need the confidence for the diaspora. We had to create mindfidence. 21 ways to help you create a confident mind that is suited for the diaspora. That is suitable for the diaspora. A system of self-talk, a system of mental rewiring, a system of brain-based confidence retraining rooted in smart reading, smart thinking, and smart speaking. Listen, you cannot end up below smart in the diaspora just because you are there. Mindfidence reparenting framework is real. So REAL. I'll just quickly run over the acronym for you so that you can begin to work on your mind and quickly get the bundle. The 21 in 1 bundle are all packaged for you. You have mindfidence, you have ID-fidence, confidence in your ID, in your identity. You have style-fidence, confidence in your style. You have smart-fidence. Of course, you know this is the Smart Speakers Academy. Everything here is about smartness. We have to create smart-fidence for you. For instance, when you finish working with your mindfidence, you need to get to work with your smartfidence. Now you need confidence in owning your smartness, even when you are the only black person in the room. It's a different kind of confidence conversation. It's a different kind of way to show your smartness. The way you will show your smartness when everybody is the same kind of skin color around you is totally different from the kind of confidence required to show your smartness when you are in a place where nobody looks like you, where nobody sounds like you, How do you own your Yoruba accent there? Isn't that the reason why you're hiding your smartness? You're not showing the confidence for your smartness. So let me give you the framework. REAL. R-E-A-L. Review your mental scripts. You need to review them. You need to review every single voice you've ever heard. Both the one speaking right now. Both the one that is making you feel like, this confidence issue, I know I need it, but I'm still making money. No, it's not about your resume. If the residue is still full, you need to work on it so that it doesn't limit you. Review your mental scripts. E, expose them with the truth. Now that you've reviewed them, you need to expose them with the truth. Oh, that's why we're talking about smart reading. Because the truth you need now is smart reading plus a thought detox. So you need to start reading about the truth so that you can detox your thoughts. See, there's something called thought detox. All of those thoughts coming from wounds from your inner child, wounds from residue, mental residue from your past. You need a thought detox. Smart reading is your key. When you get your 21 in 1 bundle, you need to sit and actually read through them. You need to start reading books that will help you work on your thoughts. High Kuzi Essentials. So you need that done to you. A thought detox. A, align with new thoughts. That's why Smart Speakers Academy is a chain. Smart reading, smart thinking. Now you need to start thinking smartly. Rewire your mind through smart thinking. Leave it loud. That's L. Leave it loud. Smart speaking. Now we want to hear you leave out what you got from smart reading, what you got from smart thinking. We need to hear it loud and clear. You need to start owning rooms with your voice. Do you know that one of the guides we had to make in the 21 in 1 bundle is voice fidence? And I've said and I'll keep saying it. Your creator is a speaker. Everything you're seeing on this earth was said out. So you cannot be in a meeting and you said nothing. Now, why do high performance still stay silent? Why do high performance can't? Okay, yes. You can still join in, Kuzi. Kuzi is asking if you know. Okay, so Kuzi Essentials, just send us a DM. Send us a DM and yes, you can still get the 21 in 1 bundle. Yes, you can. Okay, so why high performance can't silence low self-worth? Are you ready for this, busy professional? See, no degree, no relocation, no promotion, no award can quiet an internal wound that hasn't been addressed. No. Because performance can distract the mind, but it cannot heal it. I'll say that again. Now, yes, you're welcome, Guzzi. I can see your thank you in the comment section. Performance can distract the mind, but it cannot heal it. So there's no high performance that can silence low self-worth. None whatsoever. And I'll give you some science right now. Childhood experiences wire neural patterns that define how we perceive rejection, success, and identity. Childhood experiences wire neural patterns that defines how we perceive rejection, success, and identity. So someone says no to you and you are battered. That's why they said they can't give you that job. You are not reapplying for another one. So it's okay just taking a care job. 15 years. See, smart reading helps rewrite the mental code by imputing new frameworks. That's what you should do. You need to put in new frameworks to take away those past childhood experiences. That's what the 21 in 1 bundle will do for you. It will give you new frameworks. You know the way it is. You get a bottle of water that is empty or that is full. If you open it and start pouring water, you see that the ones out will pour out. It will get to a point that it will pour out so much that it's the one you're pouring it in that will not be in the bottle. So we actually need to take away what is out there and refill with new frameworks. Smart speaking is the voice out that you need of what's happening in the mental tank. Remember that I always say that your brain is a tank, all right? And your mouth is a tap. So that's why it's what's in the tank that will show up in the mouth. When the tank is full of shame, even success sounds shaky. When the tank is full of shame, even success sounds shaky. That is why what you're good in, you can't even speak about it. The people you're listening to, you're way better than they are. But you know what? Success will sound shaky when the tank is full of shame. When all you can remember is the shame that you went through in childhood. What can you do? Name your new normal. Begin by naming it. Name it. I am in a diaspora. What I need is diaspofidence. Yes, I have been stuck in diaspora, but I'm moving to diaspofidence. Name it. Say it out loud. I'm allowed to take up space in this country. I belong here. I built this. I've been able to get to this country, and I'm here to take up space. Thank you, Kuzi. I can see it. Yes, when the tank is full of shame, even success becomes shaky. Yes. Number 2, rebuild mental stamina with structured brain input. See, this is why we cannot separate confidence coaching from smart reading. No, we can't. Yes, we're the first to actually build a system like this. But this is because I have worked with professors and I've seen that, hey, smart input is your goal. You must read every day because the residue from your past is going to play a game on you. So you need to read enough to silence it, refill your tank entirely. That's what you need. Number 3, practice speaking from clarity, not caution. Hey, yeah. Practice speaking from clarity. Now, how do you speak from clarity? Smart reading, you should be reading. Listen, your 21 in 1 bundle, you need to sit with it when you get it. And of course, work through it. Number 4, surround yourself with reparented minds. It's key. Please do not get the bundles alone. Do not get the bundle alone. Get your fellow diasporans that are there, diaspora professionals that are there struggling with this. Let them know that there's finally a solution to this challenge. Someone has been able to name it diaspora, and she's given us something called diaspofidence, something called total fidence. What I'm preaching is total fidence, not just confidence. Confidence that is total, whether you're in a diaspora or in your home. So you want to surround yourself with this kind of people. See, your inner child doesn't need to be silenced. You've been silencing it. It's not working. Your inner child doesn't need to be silenced. It needs to be seen by the adult version of you that has survived, succeeded, and is now ready to lead. I'll say that again. Your inner child doesn't need to be silenced. Your inner child needs to be seen by the adult version of you that has survived, succeeded, and is now ready to lead. Your inner child is looking for that adult version of you. That is one of the greatest healing you can give to your inner child. You succeeding, you surviving, you doing everything you can do to get ready to lead. And the future you, she doesn't speak from her wound, she speaks from her wisdom. That's what we need. That's what your inner child needs. You speaking from wisdom, not just your wound. Now, your 21 in 1 bundle is what you need. These tools will help you read smart, rewire identity, and return your speaking style so that your trauma isn't the loudest voice in the room anymore, but your smartness. All right? So, use the link in our bio to get the 21 in 1 bundle. You need it. You need it. You need to start working with the 21 in 1 bundle already, and it will be released. Flash sale is on July 30th. Yes, July 30th is flash sale. So right now you can still tell everybody that you need to tell that, hey, come, let's get our guides. Let's join the flash sale waiting room. You would get it at the price of just 21,000 naira instead of 90,000 plus, because each guide is 4,500 naira. So get it for just 21,000 naira and you will love it. Plus, we'll also have the confidence in the diaspora masterclass. If all I've said makes so much sense to you, then you should not miss the confidence in the diaspora masterclass. It's a whole system for you to rewire your mind. Okay, follow this page if you are not subscribed to our YouTube channel. Every content is also on our YouTube channel as well. And I know that this class has been a good one for you. Remember that your brain doesn't forget what it was fed as a child. Your brain doesn't forget. But you, with the right system, can relearn who you truly are. Read smart, think sharp, speak smart, and lead like the bold mind you were born to be. Thank you so much for joining in today. Tomorrow we'll be here at 1 p.m. for the Confidence in the Diaspora series. Yes, we'll continue talking about it to the end of July. I'll see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. If you came in late, please catch replay. This is the Smart World.